afternoon. Now we will discuss about electronegativity itself, and previously we discussed what is electronegativity and how to calculate electronegativity of atom, and there is no units for electronegativity. And to calculate electronegativity difference, I was given Pauling scale and Xa minus Xb like that, and in Pauling scale the reference atom electronegativity considered as hydrogen electronegativity, which is 2.1. okay, so very important, please remember, and the formula also please remember, 0.208 in group delta in kilojoules and kilocalories, both formulas I was given, please remember those. Okay, what is the delta I was given, please recap. And next, Mulliken scale. Actually, Pauling scale, by using the electronegativity difference you can calculate, but by using Mulliken scale for a particular atom directly, electronegativity itself you can calculate. So according to Mulliken, what he said, electronegativity of atom is equal to average of ionization potential and electronic affinity of same atom. Electronic affinity. Okay, so what he said, Mulliken, electronegativity is average of ionization potential and electron affinity. Average means by, because two components we are taking it. So suppose electronegativity of some particular X atom means ionization potential of that particular X and electronic affinity of that particular X by 2. Got it? But later on, those experimentally what Mulliken scale electronegativities and Pauling scale electronegativities, after calculation, people came to know that these Mulliken scale electronegativity values are 2.8 times greater. So what I said, Mulliken scale electronegativity values are 2.8 times. How many times? 2.8 times greater. See, 2.8 times greater than Pauling scale. Which scale? Pauling scale electronegativity values. So Pauling scale electronegativity values are accurate because from Pauling scale electronegativities was calculated by using bond energies, so which are absolutely accurate. So comparatively, Mulliken scale electronegativity values are correct but higher. Okay, how many times? 2.8 times greater than Pauling scale electronegativity values for a particular atom. Sir, understanding what I am saying? So Pauling given, suppose this Pauling according to Pauling, electronegativity of some X atom is 2.5. Who was given? Actually Pauling was given. But according to Mulliken, electronegativity of same X is 2.5 into 2.8. So 2.8 times greater you are getting for every atom. So what we have to do then? We have to correct it or not? So later on, few scientists was corrected it as electronegativity of atom. Electronegativity of atom. Any atom is Ip plus Ea by 2 into 2.8. Why sir you divided? Because 2.8 times higher one. So if you divide this 2.8, then this 2.8 will cancel or not? Understanding what I am saying? So we have to reduce the value. Means we have to divide by 2.8 because Mulliken scale electronegativity values are 2.8 times greater than Pauling scale electronegativity values. Got it sir clearly? So this is very important. So what is the electronegativity of atom finally? This is Ip plus Ea by 5.6. This is what the electronegativity of atom. Where here most important thing everyone, in this formula, ionization potential and electronic affinities are in electron volt per atom units. EV per atom, electron volt. Understanding? So IP plus E are in electron volt units. Simply write down electron volts. In what units? IP and EA are in electronegativity, don't have units. But these IP values and electronic affinity values, if we consider in electron volts, then we have to take this formula. Electronegativity of atom is IP plus EA by 5.6. So in this formula, these IP and EA are in what units? EVs. EVs means electron volt per atom. Same electronegativity of atom, IP plus EA by 129. 129. Now here IP and EA are in kilocalories. Are in what? Kilocalories. I was given relations. Electron volt is how many joules, and so therefore how many kilojoules, like that we can have. Okay, so from those relations there was given this formula. When we will use this formula in numerical, if IP and EA given in kilocalories, then electronegativity formula. Electronegativity is equals to IP plus EA by 129. So this is one important formula and this is second important formula. Okay, so what I said, IP plus EA by 5.6 when IP and EA are in electron volts. IP plus EA by 129 is equal to electronegativity when IP and EA are in kilocalories. So here if you take in denominator 546, then IP and EA are in kilojoules. So what is electronegativity? Here I write here. So electronegativity is equals to IP plus EA by 546. This is also important formula. Three formulas I was given. One and here two and here this is 3. IP plus EA by 546. But here this IP and EA in kilojoules per mole. Please remember all these things. Okay. So IP plus EA are in electron volts. Then this is the formula. IP and EA are in kilocalories. This is the formula. Divided by 129. Remember this, very important. When we take 5.6, IP plus EA common everywhere. Here, and here. And when we take 546, IP plus EA by 546, IP and EA are in kilojoules. Actually what Mulliken said, electronegativity is average of ionization potential and electronic affinity. But Mulliken scale electronegativity values are wrong. Wrong means correct only, but every atom has its electronegativity value by 2.8 times greater. So Mulliken scale electronegativity values we have to reduce, we have to minimize, we have to decrease. Okay, so they are big values, we have to make them as small values. So to make them a small values, what we have to do? We have to divide by 2.8. So 2 into 2.8, 5.6. So IP plus EA by 5.6 we have to take. This is about the Mulliken scale. Understood? So please note it down. Have a screenshot to write down please. Okay. So next, how electronegativity changes from top to bottom and left to right. I told I think already. So electronegativity depends on atomic radius. Okay. Why? If atomic radius is small, it has a great tendency to attract electrons towards itself. So following everyone, what I said, atom has a small size, then it can attract electron pair towards it. So I was given very clearly, electronegativity is inversely proportional to atomic radius. Do you remember this? So very important, sir. So what is the variation of electronegativity in particular group? In group, what happens? What is electronegativity? You have idea, no? The tendency of an atom to attract the electron pair towards it. There is X and Y atom. So if Y is more electronegative, so it will Wittig-Gross. Wittig-Gross means not completely, just this pair of electrons migrate towards Y, just displacement of electrons towards Y. So because attraction of electrons is more towards Y, that's why. So variation of electronegativity in groups. So from top to bottom, atomic radius what happens? Increases. So therefore electronegativity top to bottom decreases in group. No exceptional cases, nothing. Because they are not taking completely to have a minimum size, like electronic affinity I said. Do you remember electronic affinity? Chlorine has more than fluorine, than bromine, than iodine. But electronegativity, fluorine, bromine, then iodine. Why is it? Because here chlorine taking electron completely and forming Cl minus, and here fluorine taking electron forming F minus, but very small size for fluorine. Electron repulsions are there. So to take electron, even if required, it have to overcome some repulsions. So that's why fluorine electronic affinity is small. But whereas electronegativity after formation of the bond, so between H and F, there is a simple attraction of this electron pair towards fluorine. So you have the same bond, but this fluorine has a partial negative charge and this hydrogen has partial positive. This we call delta. Delta minus means fluorine got a slight negative charge because of its very small size and more attractive tendency of electron pair. So this pair slightly move towards fluorine. Understood? So what I said, electronegativity in group top to bottom decreases. Electronegativity top to bottom decreases because atomic radius increases. And one more thing, the most important, group with zero electronegativity is, do you know what? Is noble gases. Noble gases or inert gases. Few people ask the electronic affinity is 0 for noble gases. No, positive electronic affinity. Because to add electron to noble gases is difficult. We have to give energy. So positive, highly positive. Understanding? Electronic affinity for noble gases is positive. Electronegativity of noble gases is 0. Because they don't have a tendency to attract electron pair towards it, because they are already having more stable electronic configuration. Then why fluorine, sir? Because left to right size decrease, and fluorine electronic configuration, if you see, fluorine electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2 and 2p5 just required one electron to become more stable. To have octet, just one electron required. So it has a tendency after formation of the bond, so they are both contributing one electron. So fluorine has a more attracting tendency like this. Hydrogen has a small attracting tendency. So these are the reasons. What the small size is the reason here. So top to bottom, electronegativity decrease. Group with 0 is noble gases. Group with less electronegativity is alkali metals. Write down. Group with less electronegativity is noble gas. Alkali metals. Group with 0, okay sir, is noble gases. Okay, so they'll ask like that. So very important, sir. Please remember all these things. Okay, so next, what is the variation of electronegativity in period? So very simple, I have nothing to say and no exceptional cases, very easy. So left to right, what happens, you know that already. Left to right in period. In previous, in group we discussed, now in period. From left to right, atomic radius decreases. Therefore, electronegativity increases. Electronegativity, what happens? Increases left to right. The noble gases have more? No. Increases up to halogens. Halogens means what? Fluorine, chlorine, bromine. Here, from here. So here, if you take lithium here, fluorine here. If you take sodium here, chlorine here. Correct? Sodium and magnesium here. Potassium here and here calcium here. Understand? So left to right, what happened? Increases. But in noble gas, there is no tendency to attract electrons. Okay? Towards itself. Very, very important. Understood, sir, everyone? And electronegativity of transition elements is almost similar. They won't attract because those particular D block elements mostly are metals. All metals. Okay, but some are metalloid tendency slightly, but amphoteric like that, but mostly they are the metals, so they don't have attracting tendencies. So electronegativity of electronegativity of noble gas is 0. Electronegativity of transition elements we have no need to discuss. But how to remember electronegativity values for S block elements and P block elements? I will give you one trick for you today. Okay, please try to understand that. So left to right, electronegativity, what happened? What happens we discussed. Okay. So how to remember electronegativity values? Okay. First you write down elements period wise. First you write down hydrogen and helium. Okay. So write down hydrogen here somewhere. And next is what? Lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen and fluorine. And so here you have a neon and here you have helium. Okay, this is the first period, correct? First period or not? Hydrogen and helium first period, and second period elements. So hydrogen, helium. Second period lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon. And here next, you know now, sodium. Okay, otherwise group write down sodium, potassium, rubidium and cesium and francium. Francium not required because that is a radioactive element. Okay, francium is a radioactive. And beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium, carbon, silicon, germanium, tin and lead, Pb, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, strontium and bismuth, and oxygen, sulfur and selenium, tellurium, polonium, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine and acetylene. It's also radioactive, so no need to consider electronegativity. So hydrogen is a reference actually. Hydrogen is a reference atom. So which has electronegativity 2.1. Electronegativity how much? 2.1. And helium 0. Noble gas is 0. Helium, neon, here put argon and krypton and xenon and radon. This group we have no need to consider. This one. So all have 0 electronegativity. Almost 0. Okay, so here first take hydrogen as 2.1 and this you take as start with 1. Okay, and top to bottom, just electronegativity, what happens I said, top to bottom decreases, no? So decrease by 0.1. Just do that, you have no need to back up now. Top to bottom, just decrease by 0. These two are what? These two block. these two groups are S block. So decrease by 0.1 electronegativity, decrease by 0.1 in S block. This you do. Understood? So approximately I am telling, just to have an idea who is more electronegative and who is less electronegative. Sometimes useful. They ask directly, what is the electronegativity of chlorine? By using this trick we can say what is the value of it. And sometimes they will ask order of electronegativity, increasing order of electronegativity. Means what are the values, if you know who have more and who have less electronegativities, we can say. So start with 1. Lithium electronegativity, take it as 1. Okay. So and top to bottom electronegativity decrease by 0.1. Means for sodium electronegativity 0.9. For potassium it's 0.8. Rubidium 0.7. Cesium 0.6. What these values? Electronegativity values. Okay, first period over. Sorry, first group over. Now in second period, in what, sir? In second, this is the first period and this is second period and this is third period and this is fourth and fifth and sixth. Almost we can say like this. Okay. So in second period electronegativity increase by 0.5. Increase by how much? 0.5 in second period. Please remember, very important. Maximum second and third period they will ask you. Okay. So these are not much important, but I will tell you all these things. But second and third period is very important. Okay. So lithium 1 you remember, hydrogen 2.1 you remember, electronegativity value. So in second period electronegativity increased by 0.1. That means lithium 1, so beryllium is 1.5, boron 2, carbon 2.5, nitrogen 3, oxygen 3.5 electronegativity value, fluorine 4. Highest electronegative atom is fluorine, I said already. Second most electronegative atom is oxygen only. See the value. Okay, no more will get that much, 3.5, even 4. Okay, so in second period electronegativity increased by 0.5, and in third period, this is third period, electronegativity in third period electronegativity increased by 0.3. Electronegativity increased by how much? 0.3. Okay, so it's very important. In second period electronegativity increased by 0.5 and in third period electronegativity increased by 0.5. So sodium 0.9, it's a 1. Yeah, in third period electronegativity increased by 0.3, but up to phosphorus only, that 0.3. But from here to here the difference will be 0.4 and here to here the difference is 0.5. Okay, so up to phosphorus you will increase by 0.3 itself, and but phosphorus to sulfur 0.4 and sulfur to chlorine 0.5. See, you observed or not, nitrogen and chlorine almost have same electronegativity value, but slightly more. It's 3 point something, 3.001 like that. And see here, carbon 2.5 and sulfur 2.5. So bottom elements have slightly more. Two elements have exactly same electronegative values exist or not means no. Okay, so here nitrogen 3, chlorine 3 means what's almost similar electronegativity, but bottom elements are slightly more electronegative. So please remember, and in S block electronegativity decreased by 0.1. Please remember. So S block means only two groups. This is 1.5, this is 1.2. Only this, but sir here 0.1 only difference you said, means here different no sir means, that's why I said first you remember this group, afterwards remember second period and third period. Understood sir? Then you can decrease by 0.9. So here difference is not 0.1, I know. So that's why I said to remember electronegativity values, first hydrogen, then start with lithium 1 and have electronegativity values in 1A group. This is what hydrogen and helium and hydrogen, lithium, all these are what 1A group elements. So in 1A group write down electronegativity values, then write down in second period and third period like this. Got it, sir, everyone? So very important. So electronegativity increased by 0.3 up to phosphorus. I am putting star. So how to remember? How to remember for long time? See, hydrogen 2.1 as a reference and phosphorus you are getting 2.1. Reference atom electronegativity you are getting. Afterwards, this to this means phosphorus to sulfur 0.4 and sulfur to chlorine 0.5. We have to take. Understood, everyone? So very important. Please remember. And here in S block you can decrease by 0.1, but here boron family 2, these all remaining electronegativity just decrease by 0.3 you can take. Okay, noble gases you have no need to consider. No? For noble gases, what is it? Electronegativity value is 0. So in these, from boron family to fluorine family in S block, from top to bottom, in P block, in S block, you are decreasing by 0.1, but in P block, top to bottom, electronegativity value decreased by 0.3, just enough. 4, it's 3, so it's 2.7, so it's 2.4, like that. It's not required as studying. Understanding? So in S block top to bottom, how to remember? Understood? 0.1 will decrease. But how to remember I said? First hydrogen, then first group, then second period and third period we have to remember. Then these two, then this one. In P block electronegativity decrease by 0.3. That's it. So if you know maximum of the electronegativity values, you can come to know. Okay, if you like, you can follow this one so that you can come to know who is more electronegative. So who will lose electron, who will gain electron, who will have a negative charge, who will have a positive charge. These are all things you can understand. So please write down all these things. Very important.